All right, welcome back. Today's episode is going to be something a little bit different. I know that the main focus of this channel here lately, this year, has been off-roading and stuff. If you've ever followed me, or you're on this channel because you would follow me past 9 years for drifting and whatnot, change of pace, drifting, it kind of took a back seat, kind of quit doing it for a little while, took a break from it. But this next year is going to be a little bit different. I've got something new that I'm going to show you guys that I've acquired. So yeah, I'm going to show you. Here we go. So I picked this gem up this past week. 06 G35 6-speed sedan. Now, this has been around for a hot minute, the G35s and drifting and stuff. And for the past, I don't know, I'd say 4 years, I've wanted a 4-door drift car. But the bad part about them is they were so overpriced and people, were ragging them out and whatnot. So I finally got to a point that I found a good deal on one and obtained it. And this one is actually really, really nice. Completely stock. Got all the special goodies. The wheels and stuff I'll get rid of. I don't really like those very much. But as far as its, I guess you would say, somebody's not messed with it very much. It's completely stock and it's very reliable. I think it's only got 153,000 miles and some change. Been driving it the past 2 days. It's a very nice car. So today we are out here at Fontana for a little bit, checking it out, driving around, getting a real good feel for the car. There's going to be a future build for this car, but today you get to experience a little bit of the drive running up US129, the Dragon. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. We got a special guest friend here. Is Red Vet out here just cruising. So anyways, hope you guys enjoyed today's video. So let's talk about the car and the plans for it. So just thinking out loud, like I said, I've always wanted a 4-door drift car. Been in them. I've actually drove a few of my friends before, and they're different. They're a lot of fun. You pack 4 people in here and go have a good time, hit the course. Me personally, this car is really nice. I'm gonna have a little bit of a difficult time chopping it into pieces and taking it apart, but that's part of it. Completely stock except for the wheels. There's a small short ram intake and stuff, and I'll show you guys that later. Performance side of the things, I was looking at getting a set of exhaust manifolds for it, maybe some cat deletes to open it up a little bit, but this thing's quiet as a mouse. Some stuff you can't really hear can't hear your RPMs and your exhaust, but that's a good thing because I like VQ motors as far as their dependability that I believe in, but I absolutely cannot stand the sound of them. It sounds like somebody's farting through a trombone. So open the exhaust up a little bit, but the muffler system I'm going to work on either trying to find or have somebody create an exhaust for it that'll keep it kind of on the quiet level. obviously on the breathing aspect of it, the exhaust, going over to what would be the intake, changing out the intake manifold, the plenum, I think is what they refer to it as, changing that out, picking with it a little bit, and then getting a tune for it, or getting it tuned, try to make a reliable 3 to 320 to the wheels, if that's possible. Still on pump 93. I'm all right with that. But instead of tearing the car apart and going full drift car, you know, like I have in the past, keep full interior, try not to swap the seats and stuff out. They do make hydro options for it that are, you know, that I can hide in the center console and stuff. They don't look too bad. Give me a set of coilovers for it. It's factory suspension, so get me a set of coilovers for it. I'm probably gonna go with some field suspension coilovers because I have those on the last drift car that I built, and it rides like a Cadillac. It feels amazing. Suspension arms, replace all the suspension arms and stuff with aftermarket adjustable suspension arms in the back. I don't know yet what I want to do for a knuckle kit in the front. I've looked at some of the GK Tech stuff. I'm still going to be daily driving this car, so I don't want to make it miserable to drive. You know what I'm saying? I still want to enjoy it. Right now, I'm on the Dragon. This is in my backyard, so I still want to come over and drive the Dragon. And you got dickheads like this that cross the line. But anyways, I still want to come up and drive the Dragon. Past experiences with drift cars, they're fun to drive on the Dragon, but with the amount of people that cross through here, it gets horrible. I don't want to have the opportunity that the car cuts loose or has to turn lanes because of the steering itself. Thank you, kind sir. Appreciate that. But yeah, put an angle kit on it. The rear end, I was actually looking at limited slip stuff the other day. God, the prices on that's pretty high, you know. So, you know, $1,000 for you know, limited slip. I think I might just buy a separate diff, swap my bushings and everything out, put me a separate diff on it. That way I have the ability to change it out and still drive it and take it on road trips and stuff like that. I'm not trying to basically park the cars like my old ones. Alright, I had to let that guy go by. Anyways. So yeah, I still want to be able to use the car. I want to go on road trips and stuff like that because it's a really nice car. It's really comfortable. It's probably the best car that I've ever owned personally. I've drove a lot of nice cars, had a lot of nice cars in my possession, but this one right here is by far the nicest that I have owned. But I still want to slide it. I still want to do drift stuff. You know, summertime, it's hot as hell. Run the AC. Wintertime, go to winter events, have heat, got heated seats, you know, and be comfortable. I'm getting older, so the aspect of having fun being miserable is not so much. So staying comfortable is key, and having a good time. As far as drifting, you know, there will be a few things that need to be updated and upgraded. One will be the radiator. You know, double pass, dual row radiator put on it. That way I can run AC and drift. and not have overheating problems. Obviously an oil cooler, keep the oil temps down, especially when I'm doing stuff like this. On the flip side, coming up here and driving the Dragon, you know, at any point in time that I want to, getting a backup set of wheels and tires, anywhere from an option of 275 to 295s, something that sticks to this road pretty good. As you notice, I'm not splitting through here at lightning fast speeds like I normally would or have in the past. Reason being is the tires that are on it, they're kind of a cheap off-brand, and I don't trust them very much. I can feel the car push. I think they're like a 245 maybe, but they're really cheap. It's typical for a lot of people to buy some nice wheels and then like some cheap tires to put on them because they just want to look good and get it to drive, and I understand that. But I like mine to look good and go forth and still be able to perform, because I really don't like boring vehicles. Even my truck's not boring. It's loud and proud. I love it. And I really enjoy this road. I like coming up here. I usually come in after the leaves have fallen, all the way up until about springtime, when motorcycles start coming back out. That's my times to come up here. Spring, summer, and into fall till the leaves change. Usually don't like coming up here because this road's a really big tourist attraction, and you know, there's a lot of stupid people out there that get behind the wheel that think, hey, you know, I'm a race car driver, and you're not. You mess up, this road will bite you. I have, in my years of coming here, which has been for a long time, I've laid down one motorcycle. Motorcycle was fine, I was good, learned my lesson. Didn't do that anymore, but still come up here and rode motorcycles for a long time. And then I had an accident, somebody else's car. I just so happened to switch drivers with them. Came cooking around one of these curves, wasn't even doing anything stupid, and there was a wild Miata come out of nowhere. Watched it, seen it too. He's chasing an S2000, and I was in a 350Z, and it hit the driver front wheel and cleaned out the side of the car. Stuck up here for a little while. Car got tore up pretty good. Owner was upset. Come up here not too long ago while everything was still open. Almost caught a Harley in somebody else's car. You know, it gets silly, and the road is dangerous. It's sketchy. That's why people love it, but also if they don't respect it, they will get bit hard. I've had my moments up here. I've come up here many times, blistering speeds, probably a lot faster than I ever should have, but I'm not going to condone it because that's my lifestyle. I like going fast. I like the adrenaline rush. The world is my racetrack. You know, you get in trouble, you catch a ticket, you know, you get arrested for whatever it is that you're doing. It happens, you know. For people like myself, we ain't worried about it. We're worried for the moment. We want to have fun, and that's exactly why I got this car. I've not had a fun car in a long time, and as in fun car, I mean something that I could drive and actually go drive. Driving the drift cars wasn't realistic. You know, the first hatch that I had, I drove it. I came up here a lot, I admit, and you fight the car between the welded rear end and the angle kit and stuff. You'd fight it, and then I moved on to a different car, another hatch, and drove it quite a bit. And then I got really worried that my stuff was going to get, I was going to get hit up here. I had a lot of money in that car. The insurance ain't going to cover any of that stuff that I had in it, Built motor, caged. So I didn't want to get it ruined. And then I built the America machine, and I never brought it up through here. That's too much car for this road. Wanted to. Biggest thing that was stopping me was the front angle kit on it. Eat through a set of tires in no time. Absolutely no time. Drove it to town and back a couple times for dinner, and ended up showing wires on the front tires because they were so sticky and the way the alignment was. I ended up having to flip the tires so I could still use the rest of it. Life hack: if you're showing wires on your tires on the front and you still got a lot of tire left, flip your tires and spray paint them. They'll pass tech. I ain't even ashamed of that one. And that's another thing I was thinking about. So there's a lot of places where you have to, in order to run tandems, if you're drifting, you run tandems, they say, oh, insurance, you gotta advocate, you gotta advocate, you gotta advocate. I understand that. I understand that aspect, and I respect it. But if I'm running at a drift event, I'm running tandems. I don't like single runs. I haven't for many, many years. Straight out the gate, first run, unless it's a track I absolutely have to feel out, that I have to see where my confidence level is on it. Tandems straight out the gate. If it's a track I visited more than once, I'm tandems the whole time. If I can't tandem, I pack my stuff up and go home because it becomes boring to me. Like, I like drifting, but it's an adrenaline rush. I get used to and get far too comfortable to things a lot, and then it's not fun anymore. It's just kind of like, okay, why am I here? I'd rather take a nap and drink a beer somewhere. So yeah. Something else I also looking into it very soon is I'm going to upgrade the whole radio and all this stuff, get it up and rolling, Bluetooth connection, and then I want to put some bigger woofers, better speakers and stuff in it. I want to enjoy it. If you've ever been in a drift car going sideways at whatever speeds, just music blasting, jamming out, it's a whole different experience. It's a lot of fun. So you have a car like this, you'll have a four-door, 4 people in here, man, you get that right song, everybody's hype. Hopefully soon going to take it down to mid-pond whenever I get started on all this. I got a couple things coming, especially for the channel, for the off-road stuff. But I got a lot of work to do ahead of me. Got to find time between work and and doing this and family things. You don't have a whole lot of free time, but we're gonna change that a little bit this year. And I like staying busy. Being busy is my thing. Idle hands. I don't like idle hands. So if you've made it this far in my rambling, hope you guys are enjoying it. I'm enjoying the drive. Like I said, I'm not blistering speeds through here. I enjoy the road. I haven't been up here in a long time. I actually have been away from driving the Dragon. I had a friend get killed up here many years ago, and it kind of broke me of it for a little bit. But now I'm back. Mindset's right. I got it. We're gonna have fun. Back on to doing what I enjoy. Definitely gonna upgrade the brakes on this thing. Probably uses the same type of brakes that I have on the drift car, the power stop stuff. The power stop stuff works amazing, especially for the price. I know there's better brake kits out there. This is not a Brembo equipped car, but I don't see my point in wanting to upgrade to that bigger brakes yet. So I'll just upgrade the rotors and the pads and stuff, and then once those expire, I'll decide what I'm going to do, where I'm going to go from there. Say this is probably the first this is the second four-door I've ever drove up through here. I think the first time was like a Toyota Camry, and that thing was slow as hell and junk. Thing has a lot of good pep, a lot of good power to it. Although it just feels quick for the way that it is. I've been in G35s before and 350Zs, plenty of them, and this one just feels like it's got a lot of pep. 06 model, up rev, I think is what they refer to it as. It's not the HR. I wish I had the HR. I love the HR. The motor just had a different feel to it, but I don't know. Anything ever happens to this drivetrain, I know for a fact that my LS3 will fit in here and my T56, or I can still use this transmission. But correction, my TR6060. My TR6060 would fit in here. Know that for a fact, and that would be ballin'. I could only imagine this car with an LS in it. Something that much power, that high torque, would be insane. But so you're joining me from my office because at that point the camera decided to cut off. And I couldn't switch batteries and stuff out while I was driving. I was almost home anyways. But anyways, so you guys have seen and heard and whatever in this video of what I talked about with the G35. So 2021, there's going to be some cool stuff coming. There's going to be more merchandise. We've got some other stuff. Off-roading is not going away. Off-roading is here to stay. Like I said, 2021 is going to have a lot of stuff that's going to be going on. It's going to be awesome. So, down below in the description, there's a link to our merchandise and stuff and how you can help support the channel. I'm making this video from inside my office. I got this cool new camera, getting everything set up, getting better at this stuff. The crew, the people that you see in the off-roading videos, guess what? They drift too. If you don't know them, they do drift. And we have already talked about planning out some events for next year. So, getting them involved, getting everything involved, getting everybody in the group. Boom. Give us the support. Everybody that's watched, commented, liked, shared our videos or whatever. You've helped get us to this point, and we're going to keep going. And you guys are awesome. I hope you enjoyed this. Drop some comments below. Let me know what you think about the G35. Any suggestions about any of the stuff that I'm going to do. Tell me what you would do, what you wouldn't do, if you got one, if you don't got one, what you think, if you love drifting, you don't like drifting. I don't care. Let me know. I'll shoot you a reply. So anyways, hope you guys enjoy this. Peace.